Hey, I'm Harsh. I work on AI for sales and marketing at Codalio. Quick question. Have you ever built something with lovable bold cursor or inherited code from your own company that almost works? You prompt it again and again, it keeps iterating, and it never quite gets there. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The problem usually isn't the code. It's that there's no blueprint behind it. Nobody, not even the AI that wrote it, knows what the app is actually supposed to do. So every fix breaks something else. So we build something new at Codalio, code to PRD. Instead of endlessly patching code, you bring the code to us from Lovable, from any platform, even your own organization's legacy project. And Codalio reverse engineers it step by step into a full product requirements document. Your app finally written down. And now you're in control. Everything the code was doing is right here as a plain language specifications. If you don't like a feature, remove it. Something was always missing. Add it in a sentence. You're editing the blueprint and not fighting with the code. Then the magic. Codalio regenerates the code from that PRD matched to your UI configuration and your code pipeline. And here's the differentiator. From where you started, the new code has all your existing features, plus the one you added, and it works. Because this time, it was built from a blueprint. Don't take my word for it, let's try it out. So, here I have a GitHub URL from one of the existing project or a repo that we were doing. And I'm just gonna paste it over here and click on Analyze Repository. So what it will do is it will analyze the pipeline, the service discovery, and these are the 8 steps that it will follow in order to generate the PRD. So now it is analyzing the repository, and it also gives us this thinking that I've hit this line of code which translates to this, and it will just go back, render it, and make this graph extraction later on and architecture analysis. So each of these steps, every step sends analysis report to its next stage, and it will learn from that existing steps. So after the successful service discovery, it comes over here in the graph extraction, where we can see the page component API call, fraud, and actions, everything in place. So it is basically fetching all those details. How many pages are there? What components are there? What's the roots of it? And what is the actions that it is performing? So every page goes back to the other executor step and generates the report. Now, this is the architecture layer where it is figuring out the architecture analysis. After the successful architecture analysis, it comes down to the data model extraction, where we can see that it is extracting all this data and schema from the existing code, and it is reading down each of the pages. So after the successful data model extraction, it now renders to the integration analysis, where it is mapping the API surfaces and integrations that the code has. So after the successful integration analysis, it comes down to the business logic abstraction, where it is extracting the business core logic and its rules and what are the functionalities that the code has. So after the successful business logic abstraction, it comes down to the UX flow analysis, where it is analyzing the user experience flows in details. So now it all comes down to this PR synthesis, where it is synthesizing the PRD from analysis and will give us the detailed outline what is the product requirements document should be. So as we can now see that PRD synthesis has been generated, it is now loading the PRD sections over here. So based on the code that we had, it is now generated the project requirements document. In detail, we can see, and it is fascinated that how it listed out all the key components of the user flow and success metrics, our competitors, and vision that we have just from the code. A target audience, solutions that we have for the problem statement. It is also generating the design principles, marketing size, and now from the business requirement, it has generated the design like a user personas, user journey. Not only that, but it is also generated the sitemap, navigation, role-based navigation menus from the code, and it had made architecture document like a data model schema. It had mapped all the user stories. Here it lists down the market sizing as well. What is the TAM? what is a serviceable available market, key assumptions, competitive context, scope and category. It had the scope estimation where we can see the traditional method of cost, Codalio's method, and how much we can save on it. So this is the core MVP, and this is how many days it's going to take. I can expand this. I can show you the design, front end, back end, QA system, just to develop this view public homepage. How many days it's going to take, and this task we can see their task as well. For each application and key features, it has the role and the responsibility of the developers. And this is AI architecture where we can enable AI capabilities. And now from here, if we want to generate the UI component of it, we can generate the UI prototype. We can generate the code and then deploy it later on as well. If we want to change something, we can always come down over here and edit and suggest any changes based on this PRD. And we can publish this deployment part as well, and we can export this. So this is it, a code to PRD from Codalio. Thank you.